Parts of an alien spaceship have crashed into the ocean on Earth. An acquaintance, a Harvard professor, claims that we have actually discovered the remains of a UFO. In this video, you can see the original footage of the potential cosmic find, so be sure to stay tuned until the end.
And if you like it, I would be galactically happy for a thumbs up and a comment, because that way we can get the YouTube algorithm to show this video to even more people. Thank you very much, everyone, and welcome. On January 2014, something strange happened.
An interstellar object hit the Earth north of Papua New Guinea in the Pacific. Interstellar, imagine what that means. An object that does not come from our solar system, but from another place. Another star system in the Milky Way, an object that has traveled light years, then entered the solar system, and then was on a collision course with Earth. Wow, with something like that, I always wonder how you can't be interested in astronomy.
Write to me if you also have that one friend who just cannot understand why the topic is so incredibly fascinating. In any case, this object with the name is special in its own way, even if it is just a meteorite. That is, a stone.
It remains an incredible coincidence that the object traveled light years and then of all things lands on Earth in the Pacific. Some of you will now rightly object.
How can one know if that thing is interstellar, man? Good question. This is known based on the speed and entry angle of the object. The impact was recorded by the Center for Near-Earth Object Studies from NASA. It tracks extraterrestrial impacts with the help of a worldwide network of sensors, and therefore we know that it was traveling at almost 45 kilometers per second relative to the Earth and even at 60 kilometers per second relative to the Sun. Much faster than normal asteroids within the solar system. Where does the speed come from? Amir Sira from Harvard University, who identified the object as interstellar in 2019 based on the data, comments on this.
It was probably created in another star system, ejected from its planetary system, and thus accidentally entered our solar system, where it collided with Earth.
So we have an object from another part of the galaxy, perhaps even a broken piece of an exoplanet. In any case, something incredibly rare, because it does not happen often that interstellar objects enter the solar system.
The best known so far was Oumuamua, the elongated hydrogen comet, which however did not land on Earth and is now super far away from us again. So with IM1, we have an Oumuamua that has hit the Earth. You should definitely take a look, right? And that's exactly what he just mentioned Amir Siraj did together with his professor Avi Loeb. Loeb is well known as a proponent of the theory that Oumuamua is alien technology.
And he is just as convinced that there is something related to extraterrestrials. Therefore, he has launched a large-scale search operation to discover the fragments of the object at the bottom of the Pacific. Loeb says about this.
This was the most exciting experience in my scientific career. It offers a unique opportunity to learn more about other technological civilizations in the cosmos by exploring the Pacific Ocean.
The project is funded by donations including from Charles Hoskinson, the founder of the cryptocurrency Cardano, who is also on board the ship Silver Star. It all sounds a bit presumptuous.
And more like a bad Hollywood movie, but what can you say? Now the team around Avi Loeb has announced that they have found the remains of the interstellar visitor at the bottom of the ocean. Here you can see the images. We see metal balls about 0.5 millimeter in size. The researchers found these with a magnet sled installed on the ship, which scanned the ocean floor for metallic fragments and a kind of material sieve that can filter out objects of particular interest.
But what is there to support the idea that these little balls are parts of in them? Could they not also have a different origin?
First of all, it is known that such metallic spheres can be created by heat and friction in the atmosphere during an impact. Just a few days ago, Avi Loeb himself described the find in his blog, Where Are the Spheres of IM1? So they were looking for exactly that. It fits perfectly. Furthermore, the composition of the spheres seems to be very curious. An initial analysis of the composition showed that they consist mainly of iron with traces of magnesium and titanium and contain no nickel. Loeb describes this combination in his blog post about the discovery as anomalous.
In comparison to human-made alloys, known asteroids, unfamiliar astrophysical sources. In other words, this composition could indicate a very exotic origin. One of the spheres was even engraved in very small letters, made in Melmark.
Hey, Willie! Alf! Willie! Alf! Willie!
The team now wants to find even more balls to achieve a good sample size for further analyses. Loeb says,
We are now on our way back to the crash site of IM1 to recover as many spheres as possible. With a sufficiently large sample, we can obtain a gamma spectrum that characterizes its radioactive elements and possibly date the sample.
In addition, the team has also found steel fragments and a strange wire made of manganese platinum. Everything will then be analyzed in the laboratory in the following months, so hopefully we will learn more. Well, what do we make of this find now? Personally, I have always been skeptical regarding Loeb's theses on Oumuamua.
There are much better scientific explanations that explain the properties of Oumuamua in a natural way without alien technology. I have the feeling that Loeb has gotten a bit carried away, but I admire his commitment to the subject immensely. And this recovery operation in the Pacific is really a fantastic scientific mission that will help us in one way or another. I have to honestly say that I think it's cool to have such conviction and a spirit of discovery along the lines of, there's a steel ball somewhere on the bottom of the gigantic ocean and we'll find it.
So I am a fan of this mission, but I am not convinced that these small pieces are really fragments of meteorites. To refer to a search for tiny pieces of a meteorite that struck 9 years ago in a vast area of the Pacific Ocean as searching for a needle in a haystack would be overly optimistic.
And just because the material of the sphere is metallic and has a special composition, it is not 100% certain that it is the material of the meteorite or even alien material, because that is the actual thesis of Loeb. Not only would the interstellar asteroid have been found, but the material would also have provided evidence that it could be alien technology.
The small spheres could also be of natural origin and may have formed through volcanic processes. They could be of human origin because who knows how long that stuff has been lying there.
The area around Papua New Guinea was an important theater of war in World War II with lots of shipping traffic. These are all explanations that seem more likely to me than the fantastic theses of Avi Loeb. I really hope he's right, I just lack faith, but I'd be very interested to hear what you think. What did Avi Loeb find? Are the metal spheres part of the interstellar object? And if so, do they indicate alien technology? I'm super curious to see what you think and hope we get an exciting discussion going in the comments.
If you enjoy my videos, I would be happy if you help me promote the channel to interstellar spheres, because as I know from the statistics, over half of all viewers have not subscribed at all.
It's completely free, helps me a lot, and you won't miss any new videos anymore. Thank you guys.
And if you want to support my channel, then treat yourself to real meteorites in my space shop, stones from space that have landed on Earth. Each purchase helps me a lot to continue the channel. Otherwise, I would say, see you in the next video. Take care, guys.